Pass is caught, and a strong catch by Garrett Wilson for a first down.
Well, he has the underneath route to Lazard if he had wanted him for an easy completion, but he likes the one-on-one matchup with Garrett Wilson and Lenore, and he delivers it where Wilson's able to make a play on the ball. You know, they've got an improved offensive line for sure.
What a throw, what a catch, and there's Lazard. Maybe 4-down territory here if they don't pick it up.
I would think so.
They're going to get a free play. Rodgers is the master at it, and a touchdown by Lazard. Nobody in the league has thrown more touchdowns on free plays than Aaron Rodgers.
Number 56, defense, penalties declined. Results of the play, touchdown.
On a first down for New York. Fake it, and now toss it for Allen. Rumbling through, Allen breaks free for the touchdown.
And watch the ball handling by Rodgers. Full fake to the right, dumps it back to the left, and they were off pace a little bit there.
And normally, Rodgers in complete command in those situations. Rodgers looking, end zone, touchdown, Breece Hall holds it in. And the Jets take the lead, 26 yards, a rope from Rodgers.
Quarterback sees the defender with his helmet back to him. If he doesn't see face mask, if he just sees the back of his head, you throw the football.
Down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Rodgers gets the snap off, barely. Rodgers timing route, floater, it's caught over the shoulder. Willie Mays style, Garrett Wilson, first down. Hall in the backfield protecting Rodgers, sideline, jump ball opportunity. It's hauled in by Mike Williams.
319!
Short drop, quick throw, good move, and despite hanging onto the shirt into the end zone goes Alan Lazard. You got two guys who look like they may come on the alerts. Neither comes this time. And Rodgers goes deep and finds the open man at the 47-yard line. Tyler Conklin.
He's not surprised he's playing well.
Allen grew up watching him. Rodgers flushed out, keeps his eyes downfield, fires, finds the man. This time it's the tight end, Conklin. Rodgers, the fake, the throw, caught, staying inbounds, yes, touchdown. Garrett Wilson.
Perfectly thrown to the outside, away from the defender, and there's that body control I just talked about.
And an overtime loss at home to Seattle. Rodgers on 3rd and 2, looking downfield, fires, caught, open, 41-yard line, tackled there, Tyler Conklin. 3rd and 7. Rodgers flicks it. Adjusting, making the grab, Mike Williams. Turned around, got position, hauls it in.
Jaquan McMillan. Respect the man, we'll say it right. Rodgers out of the pocket. Rodgers on the move. Rodgers has a first down.
Now watch the rookie out of Penn State, Fashanu. See how he just lets the defender make the move, and he dances with him and lets him go inside, which opened the lane for Aaron Rodgers. That window of it stopping is closed.
Rodgers from the gun. Forced to the outside. Hits his man over the middle. Lazard. The chemistry going back to Green Bay. The trust. It's a first down. It's a 25-yard pass play. From the 35, Rodgers dials it up. On time. Mike Williams.
Can they get something going with him?
Rodgers steps up. Rodgers hooks a pass. Mike Williams. Motion man is Wilson. He's been held to 2 catches, 8 yards. Rodgers looks. Oh, he placed it perfectly to Mike Williams. First down.
Rodgers recognized it's zone coverage. So the pressure is going to be a little bit different. And if his receivers just find a gap, he can deliver. Not having to beat anyone one-on-one. And look at him just get it right over the hands. Nice job.
Breece Hall, good protection on the blitz. Flag is down. Rodgers drops it in the bucket. Garrett Wilson, clean catch.
Rodgers over the middle, wide open. Tyler Conklin, there's the first down of the game for the Jets, gain of 24. Rodgers steps up to the end zone. Lazard, touchdown. 15 yards to Lazard, and the Jets are on the board.
There's not a lot of things that happen on time. Give me a window, let me buy some time, and I've made a lot of these plays over the years, and you see, there's still a little magic in Aaron Rodgers right there.
Not many people sitting as Rodgers with a quick snap over the middle. That's complete to Mike Williams. And Rodgers is standing all by his lonesome on 1st and goal at the 1. Rodgers, all kinds of time, throws it. Touchdown, Garrett Wilson.
And getting the deflection.
3rd down and goal. Rodgers slides through, throws, caught, but out of bounds by Wilson.
That's what they would prefer to be able to do. You see the safeties back there now.
Rodgers with protection fires a fastball to Hall. And a 1st down inside the 40. Here we go. Up into the air, into the end zone, and incomplete. Lazard had a shot. And now the other officials saying touchdown.
You can see he doesn't totally get up in the air with all the bodies there, but he's got it. That's a touchdown right there.
Second level, there he is, Garrett Wilson.
Knowing how much Rodgers has liked what he's capable of doing and how much he wants to see him on the field.
3rd and 11, Rodgers down the middle, completes. What a strong catch by Lazard.
I'm just not sure how Alan Lazard catches this ball. I mean, there really was nowhere to put it. And he has to throw it more of a back shoulder, throw it behind Bernard. And Lazard, wow. I mean, right off the hip of Terrell Bernard.
Word from upstairs to challenge or not. He is going to challenge. He dropped the flag before he could throw it. So Rodgers instead runs the play, and it's a touchdown to Conklin. Tyler Conklin in the end zone. And Rodgers going to try to throw for it inside and gets the 2 with Garrett Wilson. And the Jets take a 9-point lead. Huge call there. They're driving into work together. Got all the hand signals dialed in for years. 2nd and 7. Rodgers. Shot to the sideline. Lazard, the back shoulder adjustment. And the catch right at the 40-yard line.
Has been their best shot.
15. Rodgers pulls it down. Comes back to Wilson. Crossing at the 1st down mark to the 43-yard line. Deep drop, Rodgers steps up, fires in the middle, complete to Lazard at the 47-yard line.
Just a confidence thing to turn and locate the football.
James Therator telling us that he did agree with the call. Rodgers slinging one to the end zone.
Aaron Rodgers just rips this in a tight window. I mean, that is tight as tight could be.
Wilson wants to learn everything he can.
He's been a sponge so far. Rodgers off the fake, over the middle, and it is caught. Wilson making the catch. They're going to mark him down short of the end zone. 1st and goal from the 1. Rodgers near side end zone. It is caught. Gibson, touchdown.
They just have to find a way to get pressure up front.
Rodgers again working near side. Drops it in the bucket for Wilson. Jets have lost 4 straight. As desperate as it gets in week 8. Rodgers puts some air under it. Far side, it's caught. Wilson and the flag. Rodgers will work from the gun here on 2nd and 8 as we begin the 4th quarter. Quick drop over the middle, completes. Conklin had to go up a little high for it. Makes the catch. Going to get all the way down to the Patriots 20. On 2nd and 7, quick drop. Rodgers, perfect pass to Wilson.
2nd and 12. Rodgers under pressure, throws one-handed, caught. Wilson, touchdown.
This is what Garrett Wilson can do. This one-handed grab, pretty tight coverage.
That Texan line trying to hold its ground, and they do. And Rodgers will throw and opens Adams for a first down and a lot more. 4-man rush. Rodgers to the end zone. And Wilson, can he one-handed and stay in bounds? Extra pressure. Going deep. Has his man. Has Adams. Touchdown.
Play fake. Yeboah, he's got it, and he's got a touchdown! The first NFL touchdown for Kenny Yeboah. Rodgers has time. Now looking to roll right, throws on the run, completes it for the first down. Xavier Gibson gets 18 along the sideline.
Rodgers floats it, looking for Davante Adams. A beautiful toss for a first down. A goal for the Jets.
Got to have a positive play here.
Rodgers, one-on-one. It's Adams. It's a vintage Rodgers to Adams connection for the touchdown. Their second as Jet teammates. Averaging 5 yards per carry so far. Here's Rodgers, slings it, first down. Davante Adams pinballing off Seattle tacklers, and he's down near the 12.
Rodgers, he's got Wilson. And now he's in a nest of defenders, and Allen the back, first down and 10. Simpson the block. Downfield, Davante Adams. Poyer will get him. Second down 8, Rodgers to the air. His rookie running back with the block on Campbell. Wide open! Was Wilson in bounds? Yes, he was. With a catch and a good throw on the fly by Aaron Rodgers. 46 yards. Good time. Underneath. Davis. Chased. Walker brings him out of bounds, but they get a goal to go. With the first and goal. Rodgers. Caught. Touchdown. Jets have got the lead back. Davante Adams. But no room for error. First and 10. Rodgers to the air. Going deep, and he's got his receiver, Lazard, grabbed by Kendall down to the 26.
Fake to him. Rodgers with time and wide open, and the catch made by Wilson. He's got a first down inside the 25 of Jacksonville. On his way to another 1,000-yard receiving season. Rodgers handles the high snap, and there's in the middle of the field, Garrett Wilson for a Jets touchdown.
Braylon now on the back. Garrett Wilson, bottom of your screen.
And it's for Davante. He hauls it in, and that's a touchdown. And there is his 100th career and the 80th connection, including playoffs, between Rodgers and Davante Adams. They have the Patriots later. Rodgers in some trouble here. He's going to keep. He's got a lot of room. And he's going to slide with a first down. Just short of the 30.
Go ahead. Watch the pump right here.
Can't do everything right. Deep for Adams. He's got Davante Adams. Adams is going to take it into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. And that deserves a wow.
Between two defenders, Savage the other guy in trail, and Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the game. And go ahead, look at Aaron Rodgers. Yes! There's Davante, top of your screen, man-to-man.
For two, the floater, and yeah, it's a slam dunk for the Jets. It's Adams again. in there and ready to roll.
They just brought the chains back, marking him short. Second down, less than a yard. Rodgers on the move. Another completion. Conklin again. Second down, 9, 2 tight ends. Good fake by Rodgers. Buys time. Here comes Brown. Caught by Adams. Touchdown. Covered by Witherspoon.
Going to work across the field. He knows he has time because it's a hard play fake. Wilson's underneath him, so that's the first read. Then he works the back line as the second read. But this throw is incredible.
With a 3rd and 14. Hall a block. Fashanu a block. And Rodgers to the air. And caught. And grabbed by Wilson. He's got the first down.
They're going to run the football, they're going to screen it, or they're going to chip and block both edges, one or the other, but expect a run here.
Davis, they fake it to him. And Rodgers' throw is there for Wilson. Takes off inside the 20 and down to the 15.
Great job.
First down and goal. Jets looking for the end zone. Rodgers looking for 500. He's got it to Tyler Conklin. Aaron Rodgers with his 500th career touchdown. Looks to throw. Across his body finds Lazard. 501 for Aaron Rodgers.
No matter how much success you have in this league, the ending is always not ideal.
Third down, Rodgers hit as he throws. A perfect strike for Lazard. Aaron Rodgers to Alan Lazard. 2nd and 2, trying to get it back to a 2-score lead. Rodgers scans. Rodgers dances. Rodgers runs and throws. Touchdown. He finds Adams. 3rd and 8 for the Jets. Rodgers throws deep down the sideline. Davante Adams comes back for the grab against Duck.
When Aaron Rodgers looks outside and he sees one-on-one coverage, there's no question where the ball is going. They're kind of on the outside looking in here at the end of year 3.
2nd and goal. Rodgers looks to throw. Rodgers retreats, dumps it off. Breece Hall makes the move, and it's a 4-touchdown finish for Aaron Rodgers.